Roland, that's your bar, or that's your jack. We'll go over this in two sections. Section 1, I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to shut up. Section 2, I'm going to go into more detail about this, probably some boring stuff that you probably don't care anything about. But if you do, Section 2 is the boring stuff. That stuff I kind of find interesting. This guy does, but other folks may not. All right, really quickly. Got 2 inches, got leverage, got pad here for the bar, so you don't have to worry about it, the knurling on your bar getting compromised in any way. Down here we've got 8-foot base. The mechanical advantage on this is a lot, so it's you don't have to worry about it being heavy to lift. My 2-year-old the other day playing around with this, and you will see some scuffs because she helped me test it. 185, 2-year-old. 2.5, as she would tell me, can rock that. So a grown man, that's deadlifting, 500 pounds isn't going to have any problems with that. And height-wise, it's good and comfortable to get under the bar. All right, there you go. Ship this out to you tomorrow. And we are ending part 1. Now we're going to part 2, the little bit more interesting things I like. All right, and I like the other part too, but okay, I went with bolts. I thought about tapping this and, because stuff like this, fingers going all over the wiggly wobbly. Things like this will tend to work their way loose. So I wanted the bolts on the outside. That way this plastic, these bolts are pulled in there where the plastic will hold, until you start clamping or start to tighten that up. Okay, material here. This is a PVC. It is a UV resistant PVC. I thought about using UHMW, that plastic that you see, ultra high molecular weight material. Because you see it in a lot of fitness equipment, man. A lot of stuff has this. This stuff is primarily used whenever 2 parts rub by each other, pass. You've got 2 rails, one's moving this way, and they'll put that UHMW in here to soften it. And it's really good at that because it is a self-lubricating plastic. Downside to it is it's soft. Whenever you have impact, things hitting it, it'll tend to gouge it, so you'll have gouges in it. And for using it for a barbell, it's got its purposes because it'll protect the barbell, but it's sacrificing itself in order to protect the barbell. More weight that you get, the softer the material, the more wear that you're going to get on the material. Since a BarJack, if you like it, you may use it often, I hope you do, then this harder plastic, this is the way to go. What makes plastic brittle, or PVC, polyvinyl chloride or whatever, is the UV light. The UV light, it attacks the plastic, makes it brittle. This being UV resistant, you can leave it outside and sun coming through a window. That's one of the things that attacks plastics and stuff that we don't realize is light. The morning light shining in through the window, heating that day after day after day after day, it'll attack and degrade a lot of stuff. Vinyl that you've got, like for your weight benches and all kinds of stuff. So this UV resistant, people use them outside, this type of PVC for all kinds of stuff. Lasts for years and years left outside. It's harder, so whenever your bar is rolling on this, it'll last well. I used a rubber on the bottom. The reason I used the rubber is because the bar rolls, it hits that stop. You've got just enough room, to cradle your bar well. And that just kind of holds onto the bar better. I didn't want to use a slicker plastic. I wanted to use something that was just going to cradle the weight of the bar well. And that's what we got there. The bolts on the outside, you torque them down. Got a little bit of a pitch there. Got that adjusted, the angle there, you walk right up to the bar. You stick it underneath there. The leverage that you've got here on the end of this is really ridiculous, but it's in the right plane. So like for your load curve, if you're going to look at the load and the angle that the bar needs to be to pick up the load if you're standing up, so like this is a nice angle to get underneath a bar, then whenever you set it up and bring it up, it works in well. If you get at an angle about like that, then you're just not lifting the bar high enough. If you get way up here, then you slide it in there, then you're lifting the bar way off the ground, and that's not good either. So this angle, the angle here that we have, will add a little bit of stability. So when the bar is fully racked, you know, you're not up there where it tips off too easily. But by keeping a bend here, just a hair off of what's going to be 90 degrees to your floor, that whenever you come up underneath your bar, that's going to be parallel to the floor. You've got just a little lip to catch in to pick it up. Makes it ultra comfortable. So that's the end of part 2. That's the reasons that this is the way that it is. And hope you enjoy this bar. I'll be getting it out to you tomorrow. If other people enjoy like the behind the scenes reasons that I design your equipment the way that I do, the form and that meets the function, let me know, because I usually leave stuff like this out because I think people would, I don't know, just not care about it or think I was trying to be some snooty dude. So, all right, I'll catch y'all later. See ya.